Hello, hello. If you guys would like to see one of my planning system plans for 2021, then stay tuned. Okay guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a walkthrough slash this is my plan for 2021. I do not have this set up yet. When I fully decide what to do, then I will do a full setup video and show it to y'all. For right now, I'm just going to kind of go through the books that I'm planning on using and how I'm planning on using them. Just sort of a process it out type of thing so that you guys can really just kind of get in my head and then you can see it come to fruition when I actually put everything together. So don't mind my nails and my finger. I recently did a tiling job for somebody and they picked literally like the darkest, brownest, deepest brown color they could have chosen, and it stained up my nails and I got a huge boo-boo on my hand putting it in, but whatever. So this is a Gillio B6 Appunto, and I am currently in love with this leather. So I bought this used from a friend. I actually purchased two from her. I should say my planner bestie, because literally I have connected with her the most in the planner community. She's just kind of stuck with me the most. So I got both of these B6 Appuntos from her. If you guys remember, I had the Lila in a slim Appunto. I actually sold it to mostly fund this one from her in a B6. I have only kept one of my Hobonichi Weeks covers, and it was a custom from Vanderspec, and that's all I'm going to keep. I've made the decision that I like Hobonichi Weeks for some things for sure, and I am going to continue using it, but I don't think I'm going to be using it as an actual planner. And I have a few reasons for that, but for the most part, it's because of the size. I had switched over to using it as a portable planner, but it just wasn't working. So anyway, I got off on a bunny trail. So these are the two B6 Appuntos that I purchased from my friend, and currently this one is housing my current stology for this year, and I've talked about this before. I've sort of kind of gotten away from using Nostology briefly, and I say briefly because it's not a permanent thing. I kind of felt the itch for rings, and in a prior video I showed you guys my personal slash home planner that I had sort of put rings into as a B6. So I can do that whenever I get that itch. I can use any of these B6 covers to do that with. So I'm like really excited about that. But anyway, so this is the plan for this coming year. Now, as you can see, I have two books in here, and these two books actually are probably together about the same width of what I have in here for my Stology. Now, I sort of went crazy when I first set up my Stology, and I did all these really fun things in the beginning, and it made it really fat. And to be honest, I kind of regret that a little bit, because I love the stuff that I put in it, but I don't like my Stologies super bulking up too much in the beginning, and that one is proving to be huge. So anyway, let's get into it. So what you are seeing in here is two notebooks side by side, and they are both from the same company. So these books are from Wonderland 222. And I showed the Wonderland book, I think in this color, in a B6 notebook comparison. And we did talk about how these ones were not as tall as a B6 Stology. And that's because they go by the US standard for B6 size versus the Japanese standard, which is more of what the Stology is. So they are a little bit shorter. They're about the same width of a B6, but they're just not as tall. I'm okay with that. But with that being said, in the B6 covers, they do swim a little bit. Now, they have a sort of velvety soft outer cover, and in this particular cover they don't slide as much. I did find that in the regular polka leather they slid more. Today I do have some outer covers coming, and I'm going to put those on just to see when they come in the mail whether or not the addition for the outer cover helps the issue, you know, with them being a little small in here height-wise. So first, we'll go into the notebook really quick for those of you that have not seen this notebook. You can look back at my B6 notebooks comparison as well, but with this, it is Tomoe River paper. It is the 52 GSM, so it's not the 68. I always get the numbers, I don't know, my brain is just not great, so I always say the numbers wrong, so always apologize for saying the GSM numbers wrong, but this is the 52. And so basically, as you can see, the notebook has index pages in the beginning, and then it just goes right into these grid pages. They are numbered at the bottom, so you don't have to number them like you do a Stology. And instead of having the Stology, like barely can read it, tiny little words up here, you just put your actual date here that you're using this for. So what my plan for this is I'm going to do on the days that I really need to, I'm going to use this as a daily. So each one will have its own allocated day. I am not going to set it up ahead of time. I'm just gonna use the dailies as I need the dailies. So my plan is to use a day per page for the dailies and just write in the dailies. I'm not going to plan it ahead. I'm just going to use it as I need it. And, you know, really just kind of more of okay, I really need to process out some stuff for each day. And I just didn't find that what I needed had the space in the planner itself, which I will get to. So that's the plan, to have that book there for the dailies. So now getting into the planner, and I will pull this out to make it a little bit easier. So this is the pink. As of this video, which is September 1st, y'all will be seeing this video much later. This particular color is sold out. I am told that it's not coming back until the end of September, beginning of October. So let's get into the planner itself. So it starts out with index pages, and let me zoom you in a bit. So starts out with index pages here, and then you see a 4-year spread. So 2020, 2021, 22, and 23. Then it gets into a yearly, and this is real similar to the one that is in the Hobonichi weeks, and I will show you this one. Obviously the one thing for me going back that's like super nice about this is, guess what? I don't have to go buy stickers and remark everything because I can actually read it. So that's really nice. Okay. So because, and I didn't even do it for this year because I just didn't use this planner as much as I wanted to. So you can see the difference here between the Hobonichi and the Wonderland. The Wonderland is just so much, in my opinion, it's just so much easier to read. And the red throws me off. I don't know why. I don't like the color red, period, and that has to do a lot with working in the hospital, but my eyes just don't see it clearly either when I'm looking at it like this. So anyway, then this is what the Hobonichi Weeks year looked like, and then this is the one for the Wonderland. So I really like this spread. Normally I use this for doing birthdays, just so that I can keep track of that, which is probably what I will do again this year. I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's generally what I do, just so that I remember people's birthdays. Then it has these like little quarterly calendars, so January through March, and it breaks everything up into quarters. So if you need that for something, that's super helpful. I don't need it, but it's cool. So then there is also a routine project timeline tracker. This I love because I normally was doing a full tracker that I was printing out on sticker paper that was going into my Stology. Now I don't need to do that because there is literally one for every month starting in November. So you can see going all the way to the end of 2021 right there. So that's awesome because I won't need to print those out anymore, and that's great. Now getting into the monthly, and so this is something that always really bugged me about Hobonichi, and that was once you got past this tracker, you jumped into your months, and your months were consecutive. So all your months are at the beginning of the book, and I'm gonna be honest, I've never liked that. I have always felt like I would have preferred to have my month in front of the actual weeks, meaning back here where the weeks are, I wanted my month in front of that, because to do this properly, you have to have 2 sets of tabs to tab out your beginning of the months and then your weekly months. And for me, it's just too many tabs. I mean, it's like I've got 12 tabs here, then 12 tabs here. It's too much. So that was bugging me. This actually makes me very happy because that's exactly what Wonderland did. They took the month, they laid it out, and then they went right into a vertical week, which I absolutely adore. So it's just like bing, bang, boom, and you go right into your week, and they, like I said, they are vertical, and then you hit the end of your month again, and you're back to an overview. So basically they have a monthly review page, which again is something that I was always putting in my Stology. And then they have sort of a December overview. So it's sort of like two, because you have a beginning of the month and an end of the month, and a beginning of the month and an end of the month right here. So it's really nice. You know, there's certainly other things that you could do if you didn't, you know, say you wanted to, at the beginning of the month, you wanted to use 2 pages. You certainly could do that. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. I do like having the review so that I can just kind of jot down some stuff that happened in the month. So I do like this. So basically, like I said, you're only gonna need to tab, so you'll only have the 13 technically tabs because it starts in November, but you'll only have just those tabs, and you're not gonna have the double amount that you would have in a Hobonichi Weeks. For me, I love it. Now, the only thing I do wish that they had kept, so in the monthly, they do have the past month and the future month, but in the weekly, they don't have the current month review. It's not a deal breaker for me because yes, I can go back and put one in. I am currently looking for a small one that I can just, you know, I'll probably put in like one of these bottom squares and call it good. But I do kind of want that because it is something I struggle with all the time, that I'm always needing to like flip back to the actual month, which is here. It's just a pain, you know, especially when I'm getting in some weeks in and then I gotta flip back again. And I just like to have it there so that I'm not always flipping back. So this does all the way to December 2021, and when it finishes out December, it has note pages. So these look just like the notebook. I'm not entirely sure how many there is. Let's see, 213 and it goes to 288. So I don't know, 70 some pages here. So that's nice to have that. It's very similar to having the extra note pages in the Hobonichi Weeks. They have theirs also at the end, and it's, you know, essentially about the same here. So, you know, they have, let's see, I think they actually list theirs. Yeah, 69 extra pages here. So, and then they just have all this bull tookie that I don't use. So this is nice because, again, it's, I mean, and I'm not saying this to be ugly. If you're, you know, Japanese and like you can read all this stuff, that's awesome. That's really cool for you. Like all this stuff here. If you can read all this and this is beneficial to you, then that is wonderful. I can't read it and it's not beneficial to me. So, you know, this suits my needs better because it just doesn't have that extra bulk in there that I don't need. So, I'm not knocking those that can read the stuff in the hobos and enjoy it. I'm just saying this is better for me because I can't and I don't enjoy it. So, and I don't have to deal with the quotes taking up the bottom of my pages anymore, which for me, again, is wonderful because I really just prefer to just have this nice, clean kind of grayscale, which it very much is, pages. and I'm just really happy about it. So what my plan is I'm gonna tab out the sides, and doubt that I'll really use the indexes much, so I may utilize those for some other things. I don't entirely know yet. And then, like I said, probably birthdays for my yearly spread. I have no idea because I'm not using this one for work. It's going to be personal. So I don't know if you guys already have some ideas for these quarterlies and it's not business related or school related or whatnot, let me know. That may be something that I use for my son's school, just to have as like a quick reference of some basic things. But I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do with these. It's cool that they're here, but I don't know what to do with them. So if you guys have any ideas, definitely comment down below so that you can help me out, because I'm not really sure. So that's basically it. So, you know, what I'm looking at is a daily bujo and the actual planner planned out for me so that I don't have to print out a bunch of stuff all the time. And I just always have my calendar set up and ready to go that I could put stuff in it. As you can see, that's kind of what I was using my hobo for, as like a backup, you know. So this is like my master copy, and if things got super busy or I was in the middle of fixing a planner or whatnot, it was here, and it made life easy. But now instead I'm gonna have this one to do that with, and I am actually really excited about that because B6 has always been my size. I've loved the hobo for the convenience of it, but goodness, look at the patina on that. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. But you know, I always wanted the hobo to be in a B6 size, so I'm just so happy that finally I am getting that. And so for my 2021 planner cover, I don't know what I'm going to use. You know, I have all of these B6 covers now, and I love my collection, and that's very much what it is. So it's going to be fluid, and I've sort of just come to that reality that my planning system essentially stays the same, but it's just fluid over different It's fluid over different covers. There we go. And that's okay. You know, I don't feel like, as long as you have a system and a setup, I feel like just go with it and enjoy it. You know, right now I am using the rings that I put in this B6 Appunto, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna just, you know, keep up with that for now. And who knows, you know, I may switch the rings out to something different. And, you know, sometimes I give my planners a break so that I don't sort of overuse them. Like currently my burnt pink is on hiatus so that she gets a break. And basically I just like clean them up really good. I put a book in them and I set them on my shelf so that I can just look at them and admire them. And then when I get to that point that I want to use them again, then I do. So it's great to have multiple covers as things change. It's just, for me, it's just like having multiple bags, you know, it's the same. So anywho, so this, like I said, is the Gillio B6 Appunto. I'm not putting links of anything for Gillio anymore on any of my videos. I have my own personal reasons for that. So y'all just have to go to the Gillio website. I encourage people to buy BST, which is Buy Sell Trade group right now, but don't expect any Gillio links on any of my videos anymore. I'm just putting it out there in case somebody's like, hey, do you have a link for that? Nope, not giving it anymore. So, and that's my own personal choice. And that's that. I'm just not saying any more about it. But so anyway, but if you guys have any questions and you kind of want to follow this journey as I am setting this girl up, then stay tuned because there'll definitely be more videos. Sorry, this was like super chatty, but what else is new? So I will see you guys again another time. If you have questions, comment down below. I will do my best to link the books so that you can find them yourself. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye.